new here, smash that subscribe button because today we are doing something absolutely massive. We are busting common health myths that have been floating around for way too long. I'm talking about those things your grandmother told you, those viral social media posts, and those so called health facts that everyone believes but nobody actually verified. So now I want you to grab a pen and a paper because some of these are going to blow your mind. We've all fallen for at least a few of these myths, and today we are setting today we are setting a record straight with actual science, real research, and facts that matter. Drop a comment right now and tell me which health myths you all believed. Let's see how many of you have been living a lie. Alright, let's jump straight into it. Here are some common health myths that are we are going to bust today. So let's see. So myth number one is you might have actually heard it. You need to drink 8 glasses of water a day. So I would say this is probably the most widespread health myth out there. And here's the truth. There is no scientific evidence that supports this specific number. The 8 into 8 rule, as it's called, which means 8 ounces of glasses, likely originated from 1945 Food and Nutrition Board recommendation that suggested about 2.5 liters of water daily. But here's what everyone missed. That recommendation included water from all sources, including food. Your body hydration needs vary dramatically based on your size, activity level, climate, and overall health. A construction worker in Arizona needs far more water than an office worker in Seattle. The best indicator, your thirst mechanism and the color of your urine. If you are thirsty, drink. If your urine is pale yellow, you are likely well hydrated. Dark yellow means you need more fluids. It's that simple. Your body is incredibly smart at regulating its own hydration needs. So listen to it instead of counting glasses. So I hope that helps. There goes our first myth. And let's see the second myth. It is cracking your knuckle causes arthritis. So if you've been scolded for cracking your knuckles your entire life, I've got good news. Multiple studies, including one famous study where a doctor cracked the knuckles on only one hand for 60 years, have shown zero connection between knuckle cracking and arthritis. That popping sound you hear is actually gas bubbles in the synovial fluid that lubricates your joints being released. When you crack your knuckles, you are rapidly stretching the joint capsule, which reduces pressure and allows dissolved gases to come out of solution, creating that distinct pop. While habitual knuckle cracking might lead to reduced grip strength or minor swelling over time, according to some research, it absolutely does not cause arthritis. Arthritis is typically caused by age, genetics, injury, or autoimmune conditions, not by that satisfying crack. So crack away if that's your thing. Just don't blame your knuckles if you develop arthritis for completely unrelated reasons down the line. So myth number 3 is you lose most of your body heat through your head. So I would say this myth probably started with a flawed 1950s military study where subjects wore survival suits but no hats in freezing conditions. and research observed significant heat loss from the head. But here's the reality of your head counts for about 7 to 8% of your body's surface area, and you lose approximately that percentage of heat through it. Nothing special. The reason this myth persists is that we often leave our heads uncovered while bundling up the rest of our body. So the head becomes the primary avenue for heat loss by default, not by design. If you were naked in the cold, you'd lose heat proportionally from all exposed skin. Your head isn't some magical heat radiating dome. The real science shows that any exposed part of your body will lose heat, and the amount is roughly proportional to the surface area exposed. So yes, wear a hat in winter, but don't think you are somehow defying thermodynamics if you don't. You lose just as much heat from exposed hands, feet, or any other part of the relative to their size. So there goes our myth number three. So let's see. So guys, if you have any health related question, you can ask in the comment below. So we will move on to myth number 4, that is sugar makes kids hyperactive. So I would say that parents anywhere swear by this one, but the science tells completely different story. Numerous blind double studies include comprehensive meta-analysis published in the Journal of American Medical Association found absolutely no link between sugar consumption and hyperactivity in children. In one particular revealing study, researchers told parents their children had been given sugar when they'd actually received a placebo, and the parents still rated their children as more hyperactive. This is a perfect example of confirmation bias and expectation effects. What's really happening? Kids often consume sugar at parties, celebration, and exciting events where they are naturally more energetic and stimulated. We've confused correlation with causation. The environment, excitement, other children, and special occasions are what making your kids hyper, not the cake. And not the cake and candy. Additionally, the belief that sugar causes hyperactivity can make parents more vigilant and more likely to interpret normal childhood energy as problematic. The real concern with sugar isn't hyperactivity, it's dental health, obesity, and metabolic issues from excessive long-term consumption. So I hope that helps. So guys, we have busted total 4 myths, and if you have any health related question, you can ask me in the comment below. We would move on to myth number 5, that is reading in dim light damages your eyes. Guys, listen carefully. This is a myth which states that reading in dim light damages your eyes. So my explanation would be, your parents might have warned you about this, but your optometrist will tell you it's nonsense. Reading in low light causes eye strain, fatigue, and temporary discomfort, but it causes absolutely no permanent damage to your eye structure or vision. Your eyes are muscles, and like any muscles, they can get tired from working hard, but they don't sustain injury from that work. When you read in dim light, your pupils dilate to let in more light. Your ciliary muscles work harder to focus, and your blink rate often decreases, leading to dry eyes. This combination causes discomfort, headaches, and a feeling that you are harming your eyes, but no actual damage occurs. Once you rest your eyes or improve the lighting, the symptoms disappear completely. That said, That said, good lighting absolutely makes reading more comfortable and efficient, reducing unnecessary strain. The real vision problems people face factors, not by your reading lamp choices. So read in whatever light you want. Just know that good lighting makes the experience more pleasant. So guys, to total we have busted 5 myths. If you are so far liking this stream, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more health related videos. And we would move on to myth number 6, and that is you should starve a fever and feed a cold. So that one is a very well known myth. I don't know if you actually heard it. I will repeat it again. You should starve a fever and feed a cold. So I would say this old saying has been around for centuries, but it's fundamentally backwards. Whether you have fever or cold, your body needs energy to fight infection, and that energy comes from food. When you are sick, your metabolic rate actually increases as your immune system kicks into higher gear, meaning you need more calories, not fewer. The origin of this myth likely comes from outdated medical theories about body temperature and digestion, but modern immunology shows us that adequate nutrition supports your immune responses regardless of what type of illness you have. During a fever, you might not feel like eating, and that's okay. Listen to your body. But deliberately starving yourself hampers your recovery. Similarly, with a cold, eating provides the nutrients and energy your immune system needs to produce antibodies, white blood cells, and other defense mechanisms. The best advice I would give is that eat if you can tolerate it. Focus on nutrient dense foods and prioritize hydration above all. Chicken soup isn't just comfort food. It provides fluids, electrolytes, proteins, and anti inflammatory benefits that actually support recovery. The real rule should be nourish your body during any illness, period. So, guys, I hope that helps. And we would move on to myth number 7, which is shaving makes hair grow back thicker and darker. I would repeat, shaving make hair grow thicker and darker. This is a myth, common myth, which we are going to bust. So I would say this is pure optical illusion, and here's why. When you shave, you cut the hair at the skin surface with a blunt angle, creating a stubbly, blunt tip. Natural hair that's never been cut tapers to fine point, which looks and feels softer and lighter. When that blunt cut hair grows back, the thick part of the hair shaft emerges first, making it seem coarser and darker. But it's exactly the same hair you had before. You're just seeing it at a different stage. Shaving doesn't affect the hair follicle, which is where the hair growth and characteristics are actually determined. The follicle sits below the skin surface, completely untouched by your razor. Multiple scientific studies have confirmed that shaving has zero effect on hair thickness, color, or rate of growth. If shaving actually made hair grow thicker, we'd use it as a treatment for baldness. The reason this myth persists is that confirmation bias is powerful. You shave, the hair feels stubbly when it grows back, and you conclude that shaving changed it. But if you let it grow out completely, you would find it's identically to what you had before. So shave or don't shave based on your personal preference, not on fear of creating some kind of super hair. So guys, we would move on to myth number 8, which is you only use 10% of your brain. So I hope that you might have heard this one, I will repeat, you only use 10% of your brain capacity. So I would say this is one of the most persistent and completely false neuroscience myth out there, probably popularized by self-help gurus and that terrible Scarlett Johansson movie Lucy. The truth, you use virtually all of your brain, and we can prove it. Neuroimaging studies like fMRI and PET scan show activity throughout the entire brain over the course of a day. Even during simple tasks, multiple areas of your brain are active simultaneously. Your brain represents about 2% of your body's weight but consumes roughly 20% of your body's energy. Evolution would never allow such an energy expensive organ to be 90% useless. Okay, so different region handle different function. Your occipital lobe processes vision. Your frontal lobe handles decision making and personality. Your temporal lobe manages memory and language, and your cerebellum coordinates movement. While not every neuron fires at once, that would be a seizure. All parts of your brain have functions and are used regularly. Brain damage to even small areas can result in significant impairments, which wouldn't happen if those areas were superfluous. This myth probably stems from a misunderstanding of a neurological research and the fact that any given moment not all neurons are firing, but that's completely different from having unused brain capacity. Your brain is remarkably efficient and remarkably full utilized. So I hope that helps. So guys, we have busted total 8 myths and we are moving to myth number 9. So myth number 9 is detox diets and cleanses removes toxin from your body. I would repeat, detox diets and cleanses remove toxins from your body. So my explanation would be the detox industry is worth billions, but here's what they don't want you to know. Your body already has an incredible sophisticated detoxification system. Yes, it's called your liver and kidneys. These organs are constantly filtering your blood, neutralizing harmful substances, and excreting waste products. When detox proponents talk about toxins, they are almost never specific about what toxins they mean because they can't be. Your liver uses two-phase enzymatic process to convert fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble ones that can be excreted through urine or bile. Your kidney filters about 180 liters of blood daily, removing waste products and maintaining electrolyte balance. No juice cleanses or expensive supplement does this better than your own organs. In fact, many detox products can actually harm your liver or kidneys by introducing unnecessary substances they need to process. If your liver and kidneys aren't functioning properly, your medical intervention and lemon water cleanse. The popularity of detoxes often comes from people feeling better after cutting out processed foods, alcohol, and caffeine. But that's not detoxification, that's just eating healthier. The weight loss people experience on cleanses is typically water weight and muscle loss, not toxins. If you want to support your body's natural detoxification, eat a balanced diet rich in fiber, stay hydrated, limit alcohol, exercise regularly, and get adequate sleep. That's real detoxification. So guys, as you can see, we have busted total 9 myths, and thanks for watching guys. If you have any comments, you can comment in the chat below. Let's see. So guys, thanks for watching this live stream, and I will see you in the next live stream. If you guys liked it, we can do more videos on busting health myths. You can comment in the chat which kind of videos you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.